Sky Squad, we are back in the building, and today we are talking about Candiace Dillard Bassett. Now, we talked to you guys earlier in the week or last week about what's been going on with Candiace in terms of the news surrounding her not coming back to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Well, that's the allegation, we should say, okay? Because Bravo has not released any official word. And as you guys know, casting is always fluid, okay? So we also had Eva Marcel commenting on this whole situation as well. And well, not really commenting on the situation with Candiace potentially not coming back, but more or less calling Candiace messy after they were talking about her on the Ricky Smiley morning show. Okay. So we have that bit of information. But the streets have been continuously talking about what's the buzz with Candiace right now. What's the real tea going on? Is she coming back for the new season of the Real Housewives of Potomac or nah? Okay. And the question that I got for you guys is if she doesn't return, will you guys watch or nah? Okay. So that's the question on everybody's lips right now. Y'all, it's your boy DJ Richie Skye. We are back in the building with another video, okay? And we're going to be talking about what's going on with Candiace, what she tweeted, and we're also going to be talking about Cynthia Bailey's update on her friendship with Kenya Moore. But let's first dive into this Candiace Dillard Bassett news because everybody right now is talking about this tweet on Candiace's Twitter. It says, well, when the door closes, another will open. Okay. Now, this is one of those things where people are speculating, right? People are doing the speculations, and it's because of that earlier bit of information that came out from All About the Real Housewives. Well, it was really on Bravo and cocktails.com, and All About the Real Housewives posted it that Candiace may be potentially not coming. And of course, again, we put the alleged down here at the bottom because again, it's all speculation at this point, people. One never knows. And Candiace has been doing this long enough to know that sometimes, it's good to troll the people. So she could be talking about literally anything right now. We're going to go ahead and say that. But the people are speculating this because of the article that had came out a couple of weeks ago. Okay. So what I did was I said, well, you know what? Let me go take a look, see on that good Twitterization. Okay. And then that is where I came across this. Now, again, this could be talking about anything. That's a disclaimer. Let me give you that right there. And this is from Dave Quinn, who does a lot of, posting about things in the Housewives universe. And in response to one of Candiace's tweets, Dave Quinn says life has a plan and we're often the last to know about it, but take solace in knowing that what lies ahead is the path for which you were destined. And so Candiace then tweets exclamation point. Now, let me just say this. I want to know, first of all, if Candiace does not return to the Real Housewives of the Potomac, A, will you be watching the show? B, do you think it will be just as good and juicy? Because whether you like her or not, Candiace has provided us with a lot of dramatic moments, a lot of entertaining, moments, a lot of storyline, and a lot of laughs. So we're going to give her credit where credit is due on that. But I guess the question that I have for you guys is, will you be watching if she doesn't return? Okay. And what do you think these tweets mean? Because they could mean absolutely nothing at all, to be quite honest with you. But we do know that the Real Housewives of Potomac is gearing up to film the new season. So it's just the lineup of things. It's the timing of things that I think has people speculating. But again, what do you guys think? Okay. Now, I want to move on and I want to talk more about, and let me just say this. I think that regardless of what happens with Candiace and whatever she decides to do, she's gonna be good. She's a very well educated woman. She's very well connected. Her mom is very well connected, and she's got a husband who loves her. So ultimately, she ain't losing. Okay. So there's that. Now, I want to talk about Cynthia and Kenya. Okay. Now, it's interesting because Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip is currently airing, and Cynthia just came off. It's currently airing on Bravo, actually. You guys know that it aired on Peacock first, but now it's airing on Bravo. And I think what's also interesting is that because Cynthia just finished um Celebrity Big Brother, now she can do the press rounds. And if you go to Cynthia's Instagram page, Cynthia is not hurting for work. Okay. Miss Mama is working. She is doing the doggone thing. Now, Cynthia, if you're listening to this, which I doubt you are, you know what I'm saying. But if anybody's peoples is listening to Cynthia, go ahead and get on into the Lifetime. Okay. I see you doing a little acting here and there and stuff like that. But go on over to the Lifetime, because to me, the Lifetime check, well, is a lifetime check. Okay. I mean, once you get in with the Lifetime, you in there like swim, you in there almost forever. Okay. Especially if you do a Christmas movie. But I digress. Anyway, here's the tea. And everybody was tagging me on this from it was a post on the Peach Report Daily. And it was a clip from Watch What Happens Live. So I went back and I tracked down the clip, right? And so last night, Cynthia was on there with Noella Bergener, who is on the Real Housewives of Orange County. Do y'all watch that show? Let me know. Chime down in the chatterization if you watches the Real Housewives of Orange County. I did try to watch it because I was excited that Heather Dubrow was coming back. But then after seeing her on the screen, I was like, no, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what she's giving me. And I don't know what Noella's giving me either yet, because I mean, I don't watch the show. But anyway, Cynthia was on there and she was asked by the callers, well, how is your relationship now with Kenya Moore after the girls' trip? And basically, she says that they don't really talk. Okay. Bottom line, they don't really talk. Their friendship is not the same as it used to be. Which, interestingly enough, I think Nene or Portia that predicted it. Let me know in the chat who predicted that. It was Nene or Portia, or maybe both of them. I don't know. Anyway, um, and Andy asked her, well, did you have you spoken to her? What's going on? And after the girls' trip, they did have, I guess, one conversation, and Cynthia said it was a lengthy conversation. And, she said there could be more conversations, but there haven't been. This has been about a year now that Ultimate Girls Trip was actually filmed, because it filmed, I think, last April. And so we in March right now. So for me, I'm like, now that's interesting. Y'all only had the one conversation, but y'all have done press and stuff like that together. So, for that particular show. So I'm like, this is interesting. But she does go on to say that she has a lot of love for Kenya. She has a lot of love for, Brooklyn, who is beautiful. Yeah. Cynthia knows how to give a nice standard response. She's gonna, do the polite thing and do the politically correct thing and kind of downplay it, because ultimately, I don't think she wants any smoke or any bad blood with Kenya. I just think that sometimes in life, friendships sizzle out, and some people in your life for a reason, and some people in your life for a season, and maybe that season is just done. Cynthia does go on to say that it is very difficult to be friends with someone when you are on this type of platform. Okay. And I can believe that, to be very honest with you, because I just think that, it's got to be difficult. We've seen so many friendships fall out on these Real Housewives shows. So it does not shock me that this has happened, but it is always sad when we see it, because I was hopeful. I mean, even though I felt like Kenya, and I could be wrong by this, Kenya came to work. When she's on these shows, she is working. But I feel like for Cynthia, she's wanting like real friendships. And, I think there happens to be a conflict when you go into this show thinking that it's just going to be hunky dory and we're going to be best friends and braid each other's hair or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? What I do know is that interestingly, the day before, Melissa Gorga, who was also on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls trip, was talking about, some of her memories of the trip. And she was asked about the person who was a lot different than what she expected. And she actually said Cynthia was much different than how she expected. And she was shocked by Cynthia's jealousy of her relationship with Kenya Moore, which I also found. I mean, we knew that from watching the show, but it was just kind of, still interesting to note. And she felt like not Kenya, but Cynthia had a chip on her shoulder the entire trip. So that's also interesting as well. So I assume that maybe Cynthia was just not, because of maybe what was going on with her in Kenya. Maybe that's why she wasn't it seemed like she had a chip on her shoulder. I don't really know. But sometimes when you feel like you got issues with the people in your life, your friends and stuff like that, that you just don't be feeling your best. Okay. You can't be your best self. I don't know. But anyway, listen, if you enjoy commentary like this on Housewives, reality TV, reality content, and commentary, and all that good stuff like that, go on ahead and subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more coming for you guys. Make sure you stay tuned, and I will catch you guys in the next video.